Hey guys, we're back again. Lies of P, complete walkthrough chapter 9. And today we're going to be lying through our teeth again, and yes, the engines are oiled up. Congratulations, you've made it this far, and now we're going to dive right into the guide, collect everything again, and do everything we need for the trophies. We'll start off as usual by heading out from the Stargazer. And down here there are a few trains. First we'll go up onto the first one here where there's fog on the right and you can jump down there. It's best to do it right here so you can destroy the bulb, take out all the enemies here, and then grab the chest lying down below. There's a nice quartz inside which you can use to upgrade your character, and of course keep hitting the bulb here so you don't get too much poison. In this case it's decay. I'm skipping a lot on purpose so you don't get too many spoilers, but still get everything you need. We then go back up the ladder, head over to the left side to the third train so to speak, and here we can go down again, drop down once, and then go through the next corridor there. Be a bit careful with your weapon here, because the decay can be quite severe at times, and yes, down here, once we are down, we go through this corridor and can then reach the next section. So go through here, take out a few enemies, and then just keep going, and then we'll come out down here. Here we can either go up the stairs or grab an item back there. It's nothing special. That's why we'll go up the stairs first and unlock the first shortcut here. We go through here, and now we already have a nice shortcut to start with. And basically come out here again, head back to the stairs, take out this guy, get a half moon grass here, and yes, you can farm it here from time to time as well. So remember this spot in case you need half moon grass. Climb down the ladder back here, and now we're in the next area. There's a bit more down here that you can pick up, all regular items that we don't really need. In the end, we just run straight through here until we reach that large area in the back where a tough enemy is waiting. We take him out. He has the Assassin's Doll amulet, which increases damage against humans. Pretty useful, so of course we'll take it with us. We then go through this large arena, and in the back right you can basically see a train compartment. And yes, that should look familiar to you. That's actually the train compartment from the very beginning. That's where we started, right here on the chair. And now behind the chair we can break open the entrance and discover a little, well, secret area. There's a bit hidden here. There's also a bit more lore here. Additionally, you can come over here and at this tool station you can really do absolutely anything you want. And yes, that's definitely a nice feature. Maybe there should be more of these, but in the end we go to the table here and pick up a letter. Of course we can collect it here, and then we move on completely. Back here in this area there's also a safe. Of course we'll grab that too, crack it open, and once we've done everything here, there's also a pry cartridge here. We'll leave this train again since it's really just a little secret room. So we head all the way back to the main hall, then along the left side climb up the ladder here, and yes, we arrive at this area. Now we go through here first and head up to the right to reach the next section. And here we can unlock another door. So basically pick the lock here. We'll also take whatever is lying on the bench here. Nothing special, but we open the door here so that we have, well, the shortcut to the first Stargazer unlocked. That's taken care of. And here we can continue, take out a few enemies. But in the end, we just go down the stairs here and move on. Down here by the stairs there's a small secret room, namely that one back there. There's an infected soldier in there who's mutating somehow, and we have to go in there as well. So go under the stairs here and straight ahead. For now we'll deal with the soldier next. First we go straight ahead, but remember the area by the stairs, and then head to the back left to reach this chest. Watch out for these weird things on the ground here. Open the chest here, and grab the next item, which of course we'll gladly take with us. It's not a Fable Catalyst. Press again, Blade of a Master Chef, Master Cook. Now let's head back to where we went down the stairs. And as I said, back here is a small room with the infected one, and you can see it here. Be sure to talk to him, go through the entire dialogue, because then you'll receive a letter for Belle from him. Take a look at the letter, but then head back to the hotel and talk to Belle, showing her the letter. Now, it's important again whether you lie or tell the truth. Depending on your playthrough, if you lie, you say he was killed fighting a puppet. If you tell the truth, you say he was infected. The right option is to lie. You say he was killed fighting a puppet. We're lying here in this passage, and that's why we get a new record. Yes, back in the level, we go to the right into this small corridor to continue. Go up the stairs here, run all the way through, and then a small mini boss will appear. Defeat it, and you get a nice mask from her. Of course, we pick that up. We've taken care of the Robber Weasel and received the Robber Weasel mask here. And yes, that's a really nice mask. Of course, you can put it on depending on your current style. Just keep going through the room and you'll come to a wall, you know, this police station from the beginning, of course. And then we run down this long hallway and soon a butterfly will come toward us. So just push straight through here. Watch out, there are a few small enemies here, but we can take them out quickly. Be careful, they deal decent damage, but can't take much themselves. That's why we just take them out easily. And then behind the desk we can pick up a small item. Nothing special, but for now just keep moving straight through. And then we can turn on our lamp here to reach the next butterfly. Here it is. It's lying right in the hallway. There are no enemies nearby either, so you can take it out calmly and get the item here, which of course we need for our collection. Yeah, just take him out real quick, even attacks the good guy and bam. We've got another butterfly on our conscience and receive an alchemist booster. Now head down the stairs back here until you reach the next area, and there are a few little enemies which we'll of course take out, and now we're basically on our way to the next stargazer. Alright, let's take out the enemies here first. Down in this area, they're pretty weak. There are a few patrols here, so let's quickly deal with them, and then we'll head into this room back here. Don't miss it. And then continue on from there. Next up, there's a little bathroom area, and of course someone was reading their newspaper in the bathroom and left this section behind. That's why we pick it up, or rather there's a dark moonstone here. We'll grab it back here by the newspapers that are lying around nearby. Then we move on, head back to the area we originally came from, go straight through here and reach the next section. Just run straight through, and here we'll find the next stargazer, which we activate. From the stargazer we can head outside. That's where the next area is, which we also need to go through. But first let's head back and check what's on the left, because there's another secret door here. And for this secret door, of course, we need the Trinity key. But let's definitely remember that it's here, and then we'll move on accordingly. Pick up all the items lying around, including the crescent moonstone. Back there we've got something nice as well. Let's grab that too. Let's go into the emergency shelter. And there's something here too. We'll take that. Somehow there are a lot of things here we don't really need. Importantly, you need to head back to the rear left corner, as the walkthrough says, because back here on the left we'll find another chest, and this one is restocked. Just like in chapter 2, we can grab a nice chest here. So let's go over there and open the chest accordingly. And there's something nice inside. Again, someone has restocked it. That's why we'll grab ourselves a new blade here and then move on accordingly. just keep going straight through here. You should actually be familiar with the path since it's almost the same route as in chapter 2. We'll just run straight through until we reach the guy who's banging on the door here. We'll take him out because he's got something nice for us. If he turns out to be too strong for you, you can trap him a bit at the staircase here and attack him from above. He can barely hit you from there, and you'll get the Legion plug, the last Legion plug we need, which means we can already grab the trophy for collecting all Legion weapons. We simply keep running through. Then back here, there's a small tree. Take out the enemy here and grab the half moonstone under the tree, and now head through the door where that guy was banging the whole time. That's where the next stargazer is hidden. Of course, we activate it and then head up to the upper area of this lunar living quarters, whatever you want to call it. Go all the way to the top, and here we find, yes, another collectible, but also a merchant. First, we grab the collectible here, namely the Tale of the Three Brothers, and then head over to the merchant and interact with him as well. And of course, you should definitely buy all the important items again. He's got a lot of stuff with him, so it would be great if you really bought everything here. So buy weapons and especially make sure to grab all the upgrades below. You don't need the throwable items, of course, but I personally would buy all the upgrades here because you never know when you'll run into the merchant again, if he'll even be around later on. Yeah, and then of course we'll buy all the items here, and then we pretty much have everything we need to move on to the next section. Really take everything he has here, and then we've collected almost everything here. Alright, then we move on, and in this area there's a short cutscene which I of course skipped again. Run across here. Careful, these stones cause interference. You really need to be a bit careful that they don't, well, interfere with you, because it happens pretty quickly, so you need to watch out for these yellow stones. First we'll go up here and collect a few things. There's nothing particularly special here, but of course we can pick it up, but definitely watch out for these stones here. And then, yeah, we basically move on. We grab the item back here, then head back, cross this little bridge, and pick up the next lover's letter on the right. Of course, we'll pick that up and then continue along the path by heading around the corner to the right. That brings us to this area where the lamp lights up pretty quickly. And here it's important, friends, that you maybe have the Hawkeye with you, so you can shoot at the enemy below to lure him over here and attract the enemies in advance. Because when the butterfly spawns, it disappears very quickly if an enemy comes towards you. So make sure to shoot down the stones here in advance. Don't run too far forward. Don't go past this route because that's when the butterfly will spawn. It's fine to wait here a bit until the next enemy comes, then shoot him with the Hawkeye prosthetic. He'll come over here and then you can take him out. The enemies aren't particularly strong, but if they reach the butterfly, it'll disappear right away and you'll have to do the whole thing again. So now move forward, take out the butterfly, and with that you're done here and have received a balance crank. Wonderful. We can continue now. Don't be surprised that there's still a chest up there. We'll definitely grab that one later. Of course, we'll still pick it up here in this complete walkthrough. As always, we'll grab everything that isn't bolted down. So for now, let's move on. Open up this shortcut and then we can head back here, go up the stairs, and then we reach this area. Here we keep going and you can look around a bit more here, but in the end we go into the house on the right, and there you'll encounter, well, an elite enemy. We have to take him down. You can trap him up here by the railingy. Won't be able to hit you very well there, and then we'll get the next upgrade part, which we definitely want to pick up for our equipment, and it's actually pretty good. After we've taken him out, make sure to grab the determination crank in this room, then we can move on. And yes, then we'll reach the next stargazer. Activated, and with that, we've already completed almost half of this chapter. And yes, once we've activated the stargazer, of course we keep going. So we go through the big door here and then run up the stairs up there. There are still a few things here that we need to pay attention to. That's why we head upstairs and push straight through here. In the back, there's a small item, nothing special. Of course, we'll pick that up. But on the next floor, we definitely need to go there because there's a collectible that we really should grab. So we head up here and take out the dude here as well. You can take him out pretty quickly if you attack him from behind somehow, hit him with a power strike, and that should take care of things pretty fast. And as you can see, there's something else on the table that we need. Of course, we'll grab that because it's a nice guide for workshop technicians. We'll grab that and then head through the hole in the wall at the back, coming out here. We'll circle around a bit here and take out the next enemy best to jump down onto him from up here, and that takes care of him as well. And yeah, there's also an ergo back here by the crates. Of course, we'll grab that as well. There's nothing else back here, but we'll keep going all the way through and then head right here. And tada, here's exactly the chest we saw from below. That's why we'll drop down here and grab the chest we wanted earlier. And there it is. Open it up and you'll see there's another shop expansion inside. So we'll take that with us, climb all the way up the ladder here. And right at the top, there's also a small moonstone. We'll grab that as well, and bam, that's done too. All right, then it's back into the building, out through the wall here again, because that's exactly the way we need to go. So we go around here again, and this time we don't jump down, but instead go all the way through and then climb up the ladder at the back left. But first, we unlock the shortcut here. The shortcut, climb up, and then we end up in this room where we can climb another ladder. And now there's a little mini boss coming up here. Of course, you take her out, defeat the woman, and bam, she's out of the way. She also drops a Legion caliber and a Dark Moonstone. We'll gladly take those, then move on until we reach this elevator. Press the button to ride it down, so to speak, and then we arrive in the next area. Here we can go straight through and then walk up to the next stargazer. We head straight through here, grab the item, and also pick up the half moonstone where it's glowing blue. Of course, we'll take that with us as well, Zach. And then we can keep going until we reach the next stargazer. From the next stargazer, we head this way and continue on. Here, where the road is blocked, we naturally have to go around the back, and then we can enter the next area, which should look quite familiar to you. Now, on the left side, there's a telephone, and with it, we can solve the telephone puzzle. So, of course, we pick up the phone and can then give our answer accordingly, and that is the ergo. We take it, place it on the ergo, and then the puzzle master is satisfied. And yes, according to him, everything fits. He was pleased to meet us. We've now successfully solved the very last telephone puzzle here, and that's really great because now we can finally get the next important key, which we can, of course, use to open up that secret door we remembered seeing right at the very beginning. But first we'll head down this way, keeping an eye out for yellow stones because there's a butterfly here. We'll grab that first and deal with the door right after when we're back at the stargazer. First we'll break the stones, get the butterfly, and receive the crescent moonstone. Another guy shows up, we'll take him out, then head all the way to the back where there's a nice view of Hotel Grad. We'll also smash the yellow stone, then get another crescent moonstone, Then we'll head back to the Stargazer. Here at the Stargazer, we head up here and along the back, and this place should look very familiar to you because here we are again, yes, at the circus. And who's waiting for us at the circus? Of course, our well-known boss up there. But before we go in, we'll first grab the ego chunk over there. Let's check back here. There was something here before, but there's nothing now. Now to the boss, will take him down. He's not strong. If you're well upgraded, it shouldn't be a problem. I think I even beat him on my first or second try, and it's actually pretty straightforward. His attacks are pretty slow, so you can really lay into him to get his full moonstone and quartz. The full moonstone is especially important for upgrading your weapon to level 10. You can actually do that now, get the corresponding trophy, and then head straight into the hotel. And yeah, there are a few dialogues there that you'll need to go through, but most importantly, you need to talk to Antonia because she'll give you an Imothatha angry gesture. Yes, just talk to everyone here, and most importantly, we are down here now. And yes, the hotel doesn't look quite the same as it did before, and so we still have a few things to do here. So there are still a couple of things left on the agenda. What we'll do first is use the Stargazer to go to the secret door. We can then go back once. But first, let's deal with the puppet, because as you know, we've just received the emotion, or rather, the gesture. So we can calmly head back to the Barren Swamp first. We'll get the secret door in a moment. First, we'll head back here to the Barren Swamp and go to the broken puppet to teach it about anger. Of course, we'll do that so she knows what it looks like to be angry. Yeah, so we'll quickly go there, then head back to the Stargazer and then into the lobby of the Grad Central Station to grab the secret door there. Now we have the key for it, and this is basically, well, almost the last room. We can open it up here. You have obtained the Trinity key, and yes, then we can go inside and open the safe in the back to grab a nice item. Of course, we'll take it, open it up, and get the Carrier's Amulet +1, which increases your weight limit. Great thing, because now you can carry more. Now we're heading to Main Station Street. That is where we actually got the last key from the phone, because we're just going to go to that phone again, whether it's ringing or not. Just go there, pick it up, and the Riddle King will actually answer once more. Yes. And now you have to tell him whether you are a murderer or not. So the truth would of course be that we are a murderer, because we've already killed quite a few enemies here. But if you're going for the lie route or doing a liar's playthrough, you'd naturally say, no, we're not a murderer, and that's what we're going to do in this case. No matter how it turns out, you should now receive a small reward from him for having solved all his riddles, namely a little box as expected. And when you have this box in your inventory, just go in there, use the box surprise box of the Riddle King, and then you'll get the final Trinity key from it. We'll need that in the next section, so head back to the Hotel Grad. And yes, there are actually still a few things to take care of here. First, let's talk to the receptionist here, and we can buy a few things from him. Most importantly, we can actually expand the goods here, basically complete the shop expansion. And of course, he has some cool new items on offer again, which we should buy so that we have all the upgrades. But above all, there's also a full moonstone here and some quartz, which we definitely need to pick up. But we should also buy all the other items here as well. It's really important so that we have everything we need and can upgrade everything. And yes, definitely take the quartz so you can improve your level, but make sure to buy everything else you still need here, and then you can move on. Buy the quartz, done, and let's keep going. Now we're going to Vinigi to decipher the cryptic vessel that we received. We'll have him decipher it for us here. and then that's basically taken care of. And now we can go through this door. And guys, there's a whole new area waiting for you. It's actually a pretty big one, and it's really well done. That's why we're heading back to the swamp bridge, teleporting over there, and then we can go through the door where we just met Hugo earlier. And from there we enter a completely new area. It's actually really big. I was pretty surprised by how large it is, but let's just head in that direction. It's pretty linear, but yeah, definitely a bit bigger. We go all the way through here and see a hole in the floor, pick up a vial here, then climb up the ladder or just jump down. And here we get another document, a report note, which we take with us. Then we keep going straight ahead. Just keep following the path. There's nothing here, no major branches or anything like that. Here it's always just one path, so just follow it until you reach this bridge. Watch out for the enemies a bit and then cross the bridge here. And over here in the right corner there's also a crescent moonstone. You could theoretically play through the level without a complete walkthrough. There's nothing really hidden here, everything is very straightforward. So go ahead and do that. We jump down here and then find the chest here. Inside the chest there's something nice again, which we'll of course grab. So open the chest and get a nice item. Take it out, and once again we get a quartz wonderful. We can upgrade ourselves again and then move on until we reach this area where we can slide down the ladder where the stargazer is. There's actually another stargazer here, so crazy that this place is so big that there's another stargazer here. And then we head over here. You can already see that yellow stone, which looks familiar to us. But most importantly, a fat guy comes out here, and an ugly one at that. We take him down and then grab the next chest back here. There's something nice here too, a new blade. We'll grab it, the steel cutter blade. Yeah, pretty cool. So we'll pick that up and then continue all the way down the path until we reach this hole where a bit of lore unfolds and the guy has transformed. Of course, we take him down and get the next record here. Yeah, records are of course really important for gaining humanity. Otherwise, we'll go all the way through here to the safe at the back. Interact with it, crack it open in the usual way, and grab the next quartz and the hunter's outfit. With that, we've finished this level, so we can use the pocket watch, and that means we've also completed the entire chapter. Let's continue in the next chapter, guys. I'm just going to hang out here a bit longer with my boy Vinigi, and we'll check things out a little more. Thanks a lot for watching. Applause for making it this far, and feel free to tune in again next time. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe, friends, and if you give a thumbs down, please let me know why.